Welcome back to the Century Center and Center Court of the American Cornhole Organization Major and Pro Series here in South Bend, Indiana. Finn, the loudmouth of the ACO, side by side with the Mississippi Ninja, Philip Barnett. And I'll tell you what, we saw one hell of a juniors final here just a moment ago where Isaac Hurt was able to take down Riley Brewster in the second game of a double dip situation. And this is going to be a lot of fun here too, because this, as we talked about with that match, Philip, you know, those are names that we've seen and games that we've seen on center court time and time again. I would tell you right now, McKenna Ballew coming in as the number 17 seed against the queen seed holder and the number 62 seed, Carol Wozniak. This should be a lot of fun because we don't know anything about either one of them.
Hey, we try to meet them a little bit before they start, but we're going to do our best. And I'm telling you, you're going to see one of the most unique throws that I have seen going right now. And watch McKenna Ballew's back. It hits flat, but not your traditional flat.
Yeah, they've been given the opportunity and the instruction to bring it. So out of the blue lane and the higher seed here, and the queen seat.
Oh.
McKenna takes that first bag, and there is not an ounce
of spin
on that bag right there. And maybe the nerves of some court got to him on these first two bags as the eyeballs around the edge. But I'll tell you what, McKenna throws it's just a dead bird bag. It's crazy.
But it flips over one time and hits flat and then runs to the hole.
And runs, and so she's got it. She's found a shot that works for her, and she's got a couple purple jerseys to show for it. I think she won in Fort Wayne this year earlier, so she grabbed that purple jersey. And Carol Wozniak been playing for a number of years. They exchange taters and head down to collect their weaponry here and post the first update here on Scoreholio as they check everything out. And I'll tell you what, McKenna, that is a very, very unique. It's a lot like the bag. I don't throw a really heavy spin bag, and that's why I need to play slick side as much as I can, because I need it to move once it gets to the board. But it's a very deliberate throw that she's got. Look
at that! It flies halfway, and then it flips over and hits flat.
Starts moving, and Carol just unfortunately drops that dirty bag up front. She's been playing, she said, for a number of years, but had to have shoulder surgery. And I think she said she faced off against Tammy Williams years ago right here.
She's
a local. She's born here but lives in Elkhart, Indiana, not too far down the road from us here. And she's got a little bit of center court nerves. I think McKenna looks down at the bag, says, here's what you need to do. Go find that center, and it absolutely does. Carol comes in and rotates hers up there, and that's going to give McKenna a 5 spot on top of that 1. So that's going to take her. It's a 7 spot. Yeah, that's right. She's got a 7 because she's got that on. Okay. Very good. How about that?
Man, I'll tell you what.
So it's off to an early lead there.
And we always
8-0.
We always talk about unique throws and how people stand, how they pitch. This is the most unique I've seen. I actually, in Tupelo a couple of weeks ago, saw a guy that spin the bag the opposite direction. I've never seen that.
Well, you really, that's got to be hard on your wrist, to be honest with you, to try to roll that or to spin the bag.
And it does.
The opposite way. But that bag, look at that. It does. It came in, it hit. It took a few steps left and then came back right.
I tell you, I think Carol's got some nerves going on right now.
A little bit.
Yeah.
No, she comes in as the 62 seed.
Yeah.
But having come out of the winner's bracket at the top, and this was a pretty stacked women's field, too, as well, for this final. So up 8-0 is McKenna Ballew on Carol Wozniak. McKenna's going to have to double dip. Carol, she goes up and over.
Very close. The nerves there.
That was nervy, and it held the back. She was lucky that it held the back there, but we saw her during the warm-ups throw a couple of darts as far as airmails go. So,
and you know what I saw McKenna roll that bag 2 or 3 times. And I glanced over and saw this lady playing when I was playing seniors earlier. And she was playing somebody good, and evidently she beat them because she hadn't been beat yet.
Yeah, she didn't wrestle people to the ground to take their spot here. She threw bags against enough really good talent to make her way to center court right here. But McKenna takes that 10-0 lead and looks to expand upon that.
Right down the middle is that bag.
And I tell you, sometimes, you know, it's my dad used to say in golf, it's not how but how many, and that absolutely holds true here in Cornhole as well. All the different unique ways that the bag gets thrown. She throws that
2 more
clockwise spin on there. She's able to drop one of her bags as Carol Wozniak, so that's going to make a 12-0, a dozen to 1 egg opening round in game number 1 here for McKenna Ballew. Again, she's got a double dip. She's got to win 2. All Carol's got to do is win the 1. But Bay City, Michigan is where McKenna Ballew calls home. She won herself a purple jersey last season.
In Wisconsin.
In Wisconsin. Yeah. And then she was able to grab one in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So we're seeing a lot of northern players. Bob Heil coming in out of Michigan and a handful of others. We've seen
Bob's sitting in the king's seat in the seniors.
He is. Yes, he is. As I believe you predicted.
Yeah.
And you predicted that final in the juniors as well.
I did not predict these 2 women.
No, you did not.
Right now.
No. In fact, I would bet you if I asked you an hour from now to predict the women's final, you still wouldn't get it.
I don't think so. Did you see the roll bag by McKenna?
What's it? I did, and it comes.
And that rolled right off the back.
It hit and I think the reason the other one didn't is she hit her front bag, that blocker bag, and it just it did a roly-poly over the top.
I think she's doing it on purpose, though. Now, the uniqueness of her bag, how can she push with these bags? See, that's what I'm saying. That might be where the hindrance comes.
Yeah, well, it's a single dimension right now that has served her well, because I think you said it right. I think Carol's got some
nice
going right there, and she almost enough to drag that bag from right to left to get in there, but they work back.
She got 6 out of that, though. She cut the lead in half.
All right, so a couple off the board. Ultimately, what no one wants to see, maybe a little go-go juice will be just what McKenna needs to get back in her groove.
I think we need some of the cocoa juice.
I tell you what, it's been too long. I know that for a fact. It's hitting that bag on the board the right way. It's exactly right that causes that roll, and that is a lot of practice to be able to do that. But
it is.
You wouldn't think that you have a lot of variety of shot making when you throw that way, but you know what? She's doing. She got here somehow, and you know who isn't out there? Me.
Me?
Well, for a number of reasons, mainly because I never qualify in the women's division, but.
Yeah.
The other was I wouldn't be able to anyway. She's throwing those.
See it, trying to roll again.
Viper Bs, and Carol's throwing the game changers. They're just playing a little
cat and mouse.
Yeah, a little cat and mouse, and kind of building a stack up front. That roll bag should be enough to get. Oh boy, it came up over, and then it laid flat like a starfish almost. It didn't seem to want to come back and pull what we call that scuba shot.
Now, does she have the airmail to go with that little flat bag that she shot? I see her thinking about it. She's studying.
We have seen Carol's in the warm-up. We saw hers. Now there's a look off to the right here at center court. McKenna looks back at the score, says, I've got 6 to play with right now. She flips it, she grips it, and she rips it. She's going to roll it. Oh, boy, she was lucky to hold the side of the board with that one to the right-hand side, so that's going to be the deuce. So 12 on 6 becomes 12 on 8. Carol picks up another couple right there.
Yeah, Carol might be settling in finally.
Glad to have those of you who are watching along with us, Dylan and Jacob, Scotty. You can see all our different bag manufacturing partners scrolling across the bottom of the screen there. I'm sure one of these manufacturers has a bag that you could certainly make your own. And you can teach them to do tricks as well.
Absolutely. I've been trying to teach mine for a while. I've been for a long time, too. How about the lady saying she had shoulder surgery, Carol?
Yeah.
And just coming back, and here she finds herself in the king's seat.
Yeah,
that's got to feel very good.
And I think individually, when we were getting to know her and talking to her before the match, I think she said, thank you, and we appreciate you more than anybody.
She did.
The entire time I've been working here.
She did.
In total.
Very polite.
All added up. Very nice. Very nice.
How about our women's world champion tuning in, Miss Caitlin Ham? Oh, now let's see. That's 2 more for
lay that one low. Carol picks up another couple right there. Carol lives down in Elkhart. I mentioned that, and I think she seemed surprised that I knew this, but Elkhart, Indiana is the RV capital of the world. Did you know that?
I did not. I learn something new from you every time we put these headsets on, Finn.
Well, and she said she's obviously being born and raised here, a big Notre Dame fan, and so that's why I told her I brought you the Golden Dome.
Absolutely, man. I'm sitting over there, touchdown Phillip, you know.
You got the Golden Dome all shined up and ready to go.
Yeah. Oh, no, that girl's bag is, I'm tell you what, I still can't get over it. I'm not talking bad about it either if people think I am. I mean, the bag throws, it flips one time, hits flat, and runs right to the hole.
Yeah. And that's all in the grip and the release.
Yeah.
And she is comfortable with it, and she is just reproducing it time and time again.
Nice block.
one that's going to force that roll shot.
And here it comes.
And I don't think she can with that kind of bag. Well, she almost did.
It hit the front of the board,
Yeah,
but that's what she was trying to do.
She tried to get it to push.
Come on, Carol, give me an airmail right here. You got the hole wide open. Everything blocked. You already got one in.
She's thinking about it. She's going up.
Oh, and she gave it a shot.
She did. She heard you. She might fire you as her coach right there.
She's still sitting on 5-7 on 5 right now.
Oh boy, that roll shot so close, and then it just took a hard right turn.
Did.
And that was going to, even though she probably did what she wanted or what she was hoping to do.
Yeah.
She didn't get the result that she'd hoped to have. So 12-0 becomes 12-12, and we have a game till what?
We gave a game to 9. Let me do the math real quick.
Yeah, that was good. I'm
You
proud
caught
of
me,
you.
man.
I'm proud of you.
You caught me. You caught me with my straw in my mouth too. See. And Carol, once she settled in, she's been throwing well.
And again, Carol is in the queen seat, so she only has to win once. McKenna in the red lane will have to beat her twice to take the women's championship and add to that purple jersey tally that she's sporting. But boy, what a win this would be for Carol, somebody from the area to come in here.
Oh, man, yeah. And, we love to have new people on center court.
No
It makes our day,
shot.
even though we don't know them as well as we do. Some of these others, we love to see these people.
New names and new games. That's what we love to see, and it's always a lot of fun.
Come on, Carol, give me another one right here.
She's got another opportunity. She stepped out to the far right side there. She's kind of flipping it and thinking it through. She's still going to be able to sneak it in that. I don't think she'll try the airmail.
She may try to sneak around. That's
two-handed grip on it.
And she almost got it. But here's the problem with McKenna's bag right here. I don't think she can push 2 bags with the one she throws.
She
may make a liar out of me.
If she can get it to roll up and over, she'll take the one in and the other's on. But and there was,
nice roll, yeah.
There was nicely done. But you're right. There's not enough oomph behind that, I think, to get that push in there, especially because she's got the 2 sitting at 9 and 10 o'clock that are just going to impede that progress for the one sitting at about 7 o'clock.
Carol jumps up to 16-12 after being down 12-0.
That's right.
She has gone on a 16-0 run. Christy Ham tuning in. Miss Cameron tuning in.
All right, there's a bag that she should be able to wiggle in there eventually once they hit this bag, this board pretty hard with these bags. So you got to figure that one there at 3 o'clock is going to find its way in. That's a nice block right there.
It was.
But she doesn't leave herself a lot, like you said, without a real heavy pushback. She doesn't leave herself a lot of point scoring opportunity.
And that's perfect block right there. Block both of them up.
A lot of people. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, especially with the push shot that McKenna's going to have to make.
Oh boy,
to make a liar out of me, McKenna. That was a good shot.
What? That was a great roll, and it did give her a little bit more leeway. If she can get one that's just heavy enough with a little bit of extra A behind it, she should be able to get that one in and follow it. Now the question is for Carol. It doesn't leave her much real estate to go for. Is she going to go up? Yes, she is.
Hey, and that is not a bad bag.
Very nicely done. She gets that laundry basket working and
pile of mess for a wash.
Just happy to take that wash. Now, as fast as that juniors game went and as powerful as some of those bags were, we talked about this, that every one of these techniques shows a little bit something different. There's a patience that will pay off. Obviously, Carol's patience paid off, able to take that 12-0 deficit and turn that into a 16-12 advantage. Again, she's only got to take one win here, and she puts the first bag up the middle and in. And McKenna's going to have to pull a little magic out of her hat here to.
Well, McKenna's already won a major. I mean, she's not. She knows she's probably been there before. So I don't look for her to lay down by no means.
I would tell you what. I would bet you McKenna, when she goes out and just plays socially, wins a lot of money.
Yeah, I bet she does. Hey, watch this, how I throw this bag. You're right.
I think a lot of people come up and go, yeah, I'll play. You want to play for us? Play for a 10 spot or whatever. Oh, and she's able to sneak that one in. I think she yelled that one, did Carol? Yelled it in from right to left. Oh, there it was.
And there's the, and it held up.
Oh, and it just sits up high. So 16-12 remains the score here in game number 1 of what is a double dip situation. If McKenna's able to regain the lead here, take it to 21, they will play a second game. Otherwise, Carol Wozniak from Elkhart, Indiana will take the women's championship here at the Century Center, South Bend, Indiana. The American Cornhole Organization, we invite you to check out AmericanCornhole.com. All of our social media platforms, American Cornhole on the YouTube channel, a great place to get all kinds of content. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're getting the notifications.
Nice.
It's nicely done. She should be able to take that, but she'll collect McKenna's with hers as she does.
How about Dennis Lee Stanford, one of my good friends, tuning in? Another one, Velvet Bledsoe, name you hear a lot on the circuit.
Terry Wiseman, bring it home, Carol.
Justin Duke, my former partner, Jared Scott, enjoying his Thanksgiving with his new baby.
I'll tell you what, she can roll this over, but she's not going to have enough to pull that bag in behind it. So at this point, she's just shooting one bag at a time with nothing more to do.
It wanted to roll. It wanted to roll.
Look at that. She made a double-decker out of that one.
Carol will be more than happy to give the wash right here.
This one's really going to have to roll.
Yeah.
This one's going to have to do a tumbling run, Olympic-worthy tumbling run to get up and over right there. Yeah. Oh, and it's just going to sit. They're going to wash. They're going to work to the other side. So 16 on 12 remains. The stunned silence of the crowd around center court right now. I don't know that they've seen a game like this. If you think about it, this is not probably a couple players that they've seen very often as you look around center court, but there is a definite quiet that has surrounded. There's a nice bag there to get it started. I think you've seen Carol works pretty well on her outside arm right to left as these two just kind of battle for control of the hole right now at this point, finding the center.
That bag just amazes me.
And if I threw a bag like that, it would sit on its end, its edge, and just sit there like a Hershey's Kiss. You know, I don't know how she's getting the action on it to finish to the hole.
And they've been doing a lot of washing the last few rounds. The score has been sitting on 16 to 12 for the last few.
Nice,
and that moved that bag just enough where she can get it right here with a regular bag.
If she throws the same bag she did that first time, she should collect that and take this one in with it.
And there it is. That's a nice bag.
Yeah,
nicely done.
Yep.
And she got excited, too. A little fist bump back there. A little pump in the fist. And there's a 12.
There it is. There's a 12 right there.
Double 12s.
Oh, man. Oh, man. You know, and it's funny, you play so many defensive frames, and then you go in and see something like that. I wonder how that changes each one of their mindsets as they're an approach to now. Are they going to become more aggressive? I feel like Carol wants to be more aggressive to try to shut it down, knowing she only has to win the one.
Yeah.
But McKenna has matched her shot for shot when she's done that, so she left that right side of the hole open there with just the one spot sitting low left.
Velvet says, happy Thanksgiving, Finn and Phil. Right back at you, sunshine.
Absolutely. I will share a dietary secret with you here when they're on the way between frames. Something I've eaten for the last handful of Thanksgivings that is delightful that most people would not think it is.
Those peanuts in the shell, that's what you normally eat?
No, I do that too, but that's not part of Thanksgiving. All right, so there's a nice bag up there, kind of taking advantage of the real estate given. That back bag is gettable. I think all of them are kind of gettable there for Carol if she wants them, but is she really on a 16-12 advantage going to go in there? That's changed
pretty
things.
good.
Yeah, that'll change things.
Carol's got to do some thinking right here.
There she is. She steps out. She steps to the middle.
Scratches her head. Thinking. That's what I'm telling you. I think it's a slick side push right into both those bags. Take them all. Take the wash. Go about your next round.
Yeah, she's going
there
hard.
It was.
Oh, boy.
She knew it.
As soon as it left her hand, she...
Somebody grab her. I think she's leaving the building.
Loose.
No, she's okay.
It's not over. It's not over. Come back. Come back.
Yeah, but this game could be tied right here. Good bag by McKenna.
Oh, she gets it in there nicely done.
10 on 6.
You know, and that's the bag where we say, you know you've got the whole hole available to you. You got bank shot anywhere you look, and that's the one that's that fourth bag blues.
Yeah,
like I said,
fourth bag blues.
God knows where it's going to go. That was very nicely done. Could control her nerves and play her shot to tie things up, and now we have a game due.
We got a game to 5, baby. Here we go. Whose nerves are going to hold up here?
I'm not sure mine will.
I know mine either after after that, I tell you what, that juniors game, I'm still kind of pumped up by that one shot Riley made.
Yes, he did. That'll be a highlight reel for sure. All right, so now it's just very methodical. I know where I need to be. Let's go get it.
Both these women are throwing good going that direction.
Angie Snyder throwing her hat in the ring for McKenna.
What's up, Angie? Nice concentration there by Carol. And you really can't make a big mistake here.
You know, it's interesting too. If you, well, now this is one where you know you've got the hole. You're not gonna, you don't risk really pulling her back in as long as you come in on the front side. But that's typically where she's gone in on the right side. So she did risk, you know, the wash either way. So you know, really, I guess nothing to lose right there. But something certainly to gain. Again, center court here at the Century Center, South Bend, Indiana. What a weekend we have got ahead of us. We've still got a seniors final. We do co-ed championships, and at 5 o'clock we start the Pro Series bracket of 16 to find out who will be the ACO Pro Series number 3 champion. Will it be a three-peat, a hat trick, if you will, for one Caleb Hurt, or will somebody else take the big check home for Pro Series number 3? All right, so they've got
now Carol could get her bag, I think, right here.
Yeah, they got kind of bookended there up the center, or off the center. She's going to go in and just kind of set it right in between.
Bad.
No,
it's
not
not bad. The only problem is McKenna's already got one in the hole, and you kind of clogged it up.
Oh, nice roll back right there.
There is a different roll back.
Oh, and up and over for the
not bad, not bad.
Not too bad right there. Now she can come through with a hard push unless she lays the blocker. But she's going to try to roll this one up and over again, isn't she?
Nice finish right here.
That's right. So she leaves the middle available.
And Carol could get this wash out of it.
All Carol has to do is put it right between those two.
And there it is. Oop.
And it is. And you know how I knew? She didn't make any noise when she let it go.
No.
She lets us know what's going to happen and what isn't going to happen before we know.
Absolutely.
All right, so they collect in 16, Sweet 16 on either side of that scoreboard as these two battle for that purple jersey for the women's championship here in South Bend, Indiana, the Century Center. What a great facility. All kinds of boards in the other play space in the other room. We got the pro zone in this room in here. If you're in the area and you want to come by and say hello, come on. It's free to come in and just hang out and watch. Come grab yourself a bucket of cold ones and be part of the fun. Always free to come in and check it out. Oh, nice roll bag up and over the entire pile right there.
Come throw some bags with me and Finn here on center court, too, if you want to,
Yeah, don't be intimidated.
No, you won't be if we're playing. That's for sure.
I look like I know what I'm doing, but I'll be honest with you, I don't. All right, so McKenna's bag is up and out of play. I feel like Carol's still. I mean, the left is going to be rough. It's pretty much given to her right there up the center for McKenna. Now is she going to try to come in hard and low to the right?
She gets up two.
She goes ahead and takes that center, but it looked like she almost had enough to grab the bag there on the left-hand side and take it in, but that's going to be a 2 spot, so 18 on 16. McKenna Ballew reestablishes her lead after being up 12-0, tying at 12-12, then a couple of other ties as we worked our way up to this point. Now McKenna, if she wins, she'll have to win one more to take the women's championship here. Carol coming in as the number 62 seed, but holding the queen seat, so she's going to continue to defend her queen seat crown, if you will, at least here on center court. Boy, it is that bag. She throws that bag in slow motion. It's like an optical illusion.
It flies halfway one direction, then about halfway there, it flips over in the same spot every single time.
Yep, she has figured out that spot. I mean, if you look at it, when you're looking on the camera and you see that bag coming at you, it looks like it's coming in slow motion. It's coming in face first.
Yeah. It would be smiling at you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, up and over and
come on, Carol, take the wash right here, Carol.
Yeah, she's just going to lay it up.
Oh, and that was a danger. And that's going to be 20 for Miss Ballew.
Oh, gives up a couple right there, and all she had to do was kind of lay low. But you know what? That's how it works.
Yeah. 20-16 is the score.
All right, so McKenna holds on to that first bag, and she will think about it. You know, it's interesting. She looks down at the bag and then looks up before she lets it go. You watch Carol. Carol's focused on the hole the entire time. She never looks down at her hand. She just looks at the hole and lets it fly.
Nice.
Two completely different approaches.
How about the comeback here by
It's really great.
by McKenna? She was down, and when she got down, she's turned it on.
Well, up 12-0.
Yeah.
To have to come back mentally from something
and
like that.
now Carol can pick up the game. Well, 4 anyway to try to tie this game.
She's opened up the opportunity because those bags are both out of play for the game that she's got.
She threw that bag right there on the sticky hole, and I was thinking she'd throw it on the slick.
She's built a basically just a straight lane for her.
And McKenna cannot gamble right here because she give up in more than 4, she could lose. There it is. That's a good bag.
She had to do it.
Yeah.
Juan De Leon, you got this, McKenna.
Yeah.
I'm sure she feels you're right there. Oh, coming in hard.
Nice.
Center. There it is. Oh, man.
Man, I love her emotion. She gets in it. She is having a good time throwing some bags today.
That bag had just barely finished touching the ground underneath, and she was halfway up the court. Halfway up the court. Wow, that's a lot of enthusiasm right there. So
gotta love it, man.
It's the fist bump when it's good, and it's the loud mouth when it's bad. That sounds about right.
Now, this first bag can put some pressure on McKenna if she can get it right down the heart.
Yep, so 20 on 20 right
and
there.
That's perfectly done.
Now, knowing she can roll over it, she's really can make no mistakes right now moving forward.
Now, if I'm Carol, I just try to bump this bag in and make her have to try to roll again. Just a little bump and a little push.
It's a game to 1.
Yep, game to 1, yes, sir. That's okay. That's okay.
Bad. That's not bad.
Man, how about the crowd that's gathered around it? They're having a good time, too.
Yeah, they're getting quite a show.
Oh, and it's
boy.
Now,
I haven't seen an airmail.
No.
McKenna saw an airmail drag is probably not in the equation. But look, I mean, you can see if she had that airmail, she could pull both of those bags probably.
There it's sitting there for her.
Oh,
get you a telestrator right there.
I don't need a telestrator.
Oh, okay.
Come on now. Nobody
You
needs that.
pointed out on the screen to me. Oh, that's a good bag.
That's a good bag right there. Is she going to go up and over? She has to.
She has to try to roll this, I think, and maybe the bag on the left might go in. It rolls and sits up like a shark.
Dicks and that.
And if I'm Carol, I'm coming hard into that pile and trying to bump them up.
5 on 3. She just needs the 1.
Oh, and that did it.
That did it. I think that she's going to take that time. That's a good idea. That is concrete right there. That is set like concrete.
Yeah. That was a great bag, but McKenna got bad results out of it.
Well, there just wasn't enough finish. There wasn't enough energy in the finish for it to go do what she needed it to do.
And what it did, it started down. It pulled the bag on the left to it, and they pinched up.
Yeah, pinched up, and now on top. It's
Now, if she had that Isaac Hurt 700-mile-an-hour fastball, she could probably loosen those bags up here. I just don't see that in their game.
No, and that.
And I'm not talking bad.
Up. Oh, and off
that's
the back,
gonna be
and
the
that
game.
does it. How about that? Carol Wozniak gets her first purple jersey as she takes the women's championship here in South Bend from McKenna Ballew. She came in out of the queen seat, number 62, and she takes the center court victory to grab her first purple jersey. She's been fighting for years. She said she's faced off against Tammy Williams, the legend.
Yeah.
She's had soldier surgery. She has come back time and time again, and here she is making her way to that purple jersey here on center court. It is the Century Center. She's being congratulated by so many friends, our buddy Sing Sing, and now she's coming over here to spend a moment with us. All right, Carol, we're going to have you sit down. Have you here? You can come around here. All right, very good.
Right here, we're going to put this face and make in the picture for sure.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Look at what you're up against here. Come on now. Congratulations.
They're awesome.
Well done. How about that?
Her roll shots are just phenomenal.
Well, and
oh my God.
you know,
Thank you.
We noticed too. I mean, you got down 12-0. And it was a bit of a psychological game because you would block and she'd roll over. You would block, but then all of a sudden it seemed like there was a point where you said, all right, I'm going to have to go after these points, and I'm going to have to get it to 12-12. Then it was 16-16. But I watched, and she looks at her bag and then lets it go. You watch the hole, watch the hole, watch the hole. So talk about where it shifted in your game where you knew that you were going to have to start playing a little bit more on offense.
I feel like I had my rhythm better, and I had to throw a little harder to get close to the hole so that her roll shot would be tighter, and just get my bag up higher and stay in rhythm.
Well,
Yeah.
and we watched this too. Philip made mention of this a little while ago. I think there was a perfect pinch. There was an opportunity for her. She could have gone up and over if she had that. We didn't see her throw really much behind her airmail game. But you went in and you pinched everything to the center. I think you called it a shark fin right up the center.
Absolutely.
And there was nothing she could do.
But I should have thrown my slide side because I pinched it, but not. She still had an opportunity. I feel like if she would have threw higher, I think she would have.
Yeah.
It was scary. I was
Hey,
I was praying over there.
Let me see something here real quick.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm shaking.
let me
yeah.
ask you a question. When the game started, you got down 12-0. Those hands were probably shaking a lot worse than they're shaking right now. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, you should have seen me when I was warming up this morning. I only kept two bags on the board.
Really?
And then all of a sudden, I just somehow I got in rhythm and I could hit the board, and it's like.
Well, and we talked about that. Sometimes you get into a situation, and it may not be every tournament, but you will find a tournament, and it can change from Friday to Saturday. Tomorrow, you might play a whole different game, may go the opposite way.
That
But
is exactly right.
you fought through a field of outstanding female competitors,
Absolutely.
and when the two of you stepped up on center court, Philip and I both looked at each other and go, I don't know who these people are. I don't know their games. We had a lot of fun watching both of you
Absolutely,
play.
we did.
There was at least 5 girls I played that I was just lucky to beat them. They were so good.
Oh,
like
luck
so
has
good.
nothing to
No,
do with it.
heck
Come
no.
on now.
No, I got it together. You know what? That's what it's all about. You either have it or you don't.
Right.
You know, and I lucked out today and had it.
Well, you know what you have now? You have a purple jersey and a
jersey
women's
coming your
championship.
way.
Oh, yes?
Congratulations.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
good
you.
for you.
Thank you.
So excited.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, my gosh.
This has been so much fun for us.
Elkhart,
too, man.
Indiana's favorite daughter these days. The RV capital of the world has now got a purple jersey coming home. Congratulations, Carol
Thank you.
Wozniak.
Yeah.
And,
Thank you so much.
how about
thank
that?
you.
Well
You guys
done.
are awesome.
All right,
Thank
well,
you.
we're gonna get to Bob Heil in our seniors championship. You go bask in the
Okay.
glory that is
Yeah,
right
go
now.
celebrate.
And
I
then we will
appreciate
talk
you
to you a little bit later on. Who knows? We might see her back here in the
Yeah,
co-ed final.
absolutely.
Nicely done. Well
Thank you.
done.
Thank you
Congratulations,
so much.
ma'am.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
All right, and it's time for the many faces of Bob Heil as
Yeah.
he takes to center court as he holds the king seat in the seniors. So we will take a quick break, and then we will be back for the seniors championship here at the Century Center Center Court. The cornhole capital of the world today is Northern Indiana, and they call it South Bend. He is Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. I'm going to have to go and get some splints put on my fingers there after Carol's handshake. That was a
did.
pretty
She
good
like
grip
that.
right there. Now I know what her bag feels like. It's scared to death not to go in the hole and do what it's told. We'll be back here on the ACO Digital Network.